Hey YouTube, Pacific TacWest here. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at the HK USP chambered in .40 caliber Smith & Wesson. So before we get started, let's go ahead and do a quick safety check. Nothing in the magazine. Nothing in the chamber. So in the world of polymer pistols, there are no shortage of choices. What I'd like to do today is go over some of the things that I like in the USP that caused me to add this to my collection. So first thing right off the bat, the magazine release. Similar to a Walther and a few other German manufacturers out there, instead of having a push button, you have more of a floor release here. Now in this one it's a button, but it's right near the trigger guard. So again, it's just something where if you've shot a Walther primarily before, this might be something that you are used to. Another thing that I like about the HK USP is the decocker. So again, single action, back to double action. One thing that I've heard people say about HKs versus, say, a Glock is on the trigger reset. With the HK pistols, let's take this out. The reset on it and they have to come back a little bit. Fires again. On a Glock, when you pull the trigger, it typically will hit the wall essentially right away. It's just one of those things that takes some time getting used to, and the way you get used to it is of course by practicing out on the range. Field stripping the HK USP is a pretty simple process as well. Simply slide back, drop the magazine out. I like to do this with the safety on, and all you need to do is get the slide release out in the same manner that you would with, say, a 1911. You have this square right there that you match up with a slide. Now this should come out pretty easily. Mine does get a little stuck, but once you get this out, slide comes forward, you got your frame, your slide, and your recoil assembly in there. To get the barrel out, simply take away the guide rod and the recoil assembly. And that's it. Reassembly is that, except in reverse. Now, quick note, some of you might have caught this. In the newer HKs, this is a captive spring right here. This is an older one, so it does not have that captive piece. Rather, mine has a machine part in the slide itself to hold that spring in place. But again, on the newer HK USP, when you take the recoil assembly out, it is all one piece by a captive retaining piece at the end here, whereas I said mine is machined into the slide itself. So there's nothing wrong with this HK, it's just an older model of the USP before they redesigned it to have a fully captive recoil assembly. And the recoil assembly is something that also helps to reduce the recoil on this pistol. If you notice, there's two springs. There's the one that is the main spring, and there's another one that's right under there. When you fire this weapon and this slide comes back, it pushes back first on that main spring, and then as it comes back, it goes against this much stronger spring. So you actually have less rise on the USP pistol than, say, another .40 caliber pistol, all other things being equal. Once you have the slide reassembled, the barrel back in and the recoil assembly on, simply put the slide back on. I like to go ahead and get this started. Then again, bring it back. So simply wanted to bring you an overview of the HK USP chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson and go over the breakdown and reassembly process for this pistol. From Pacific TacWest, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and be sure to check back for future uploads.